Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And, yeah, I can just picture the comments that I'll be getting about the last part. I say we're in the longest dungeon, and I spend the entire time not finishing up the list of ranking all the numbered Final Fantasy games. And people are just going to be like, how could you do that, Late Night Mega? You dotard! So, we're in the bad tier list. And next up on the list, coming in at number 13, is Final Fantasy XII. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of those things. I don't want to fight all those. Final Fantasy XII. So remember back when I said there's good customization and there's bad customization? This would be an example of bad customization. And Final Fantasy XII, every character can learn and do everything at the same time. That means all the spells, and even being able to carry any weapon that they want. They can do it all. It does not matter, there's no restrictions. And in my opinion, that's just... why do I want to play one character over another, unless the plot forces me to? And as soon as I kind of got to a point where I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I had a couple characters. They give you 6. You can use parties of 3 at a time. I had 1 or 2 of them leave the party due to some sort of plot events. And at that point, I was just like, I'm done with this game, because those were the characters I was actually leveling up. And, wow, that was a lot of damage. So was that. And I just did not feel like dealing with that any further. So I didn't. I also wasn't too fond of the battle system. Let me explain what I mean by that. So it works kind of like a... you run around in this open world, and you see enemies in the distance, and you can run up and start fighting them, or choose to just, like, run around them. Pretty neat concept. I did like that idea. But the issue is you have 3 party members, and you only control one of them at a time, really. And what you do for your other characters is they're kind of AI controlled, and you have to basically go into your menu and set up these priorities. I don't remember what they're called exactly. You set up these priorities saying, like, okay, if a party member is below 50% health, use Cure on them. If an enemy, if one of your allies is poisoned, you know, use an antidote on them, something like that. And you have to set up, like, what order they would do those things if, you know, those conditions were all, like, true at the same time. And it led to a lot of flipping around in the menus and a lot of just spending time getting your priorities right for whatever dungeon or whatever the boss happens to be doing. And I didn't like spending that much time in the menu system at all. The game looks beautiful. I'll give it that. The graphics are amazing. Then again, if you ask me, like, anything from PS2 era onward pretty much has, like, really good graphics, so I can't harp on it for that. It also had, like, this hunt system, kind of like the super enemies and super bosses from Final Fantasy X, except you could access this thing at the beginning, pretty much at the beginning of the game, and you'd basically go on a hunt. Most of them are side quests to fight some, you know, more powerful monster or whatever, and you would get different rewards for each of them. And but they made it so that instead of doing all of that as, like, a post-game thing, you had more that were available and were beatable, like, as you went along in the game. So I did like that. I would have liked to see something like that implemented in one of the classic Final Fantasy games. So that was a neat idea that I did enjoy about it. Have a safe trip, Master Rubicante. Not to worry. Eblan has been decimated along with its ninjas. Take care of things until I return. Yeah, I was kind of stalling because I wanted to finish my spiel on that game before we got to this. This was the part of the game where I really started to shift focus on my opinion of Final Fantasy IV for the DS, and where I really started to dislike it. If I had to pick a turning point where the game went from being great to being absolute garbage, and this would be that battle in that game. But more on that later. Hehe. Golbez and Rubicante are gone. I am in charge now. What's with him? Rydia. Shh. Who's there? Cecil, how did you get up here? Caught you at a bad time, eh? With Rubicante away, what are you going to do? How dare you disrespect me, fools? I may not be an elemental lord, but I, Dr. Luguet, am the brains of Golbez's operation. Don't know if I'm pronouncing it that correctly, but that's how we're pronouncing it. On my honor, I will protect this tower. That's a laugh. There's a certain... I've heard enough out of you. My great creation will shut you up soon enough. There's a certain way you have to go about getting the bestiary entries for this. If you attack the dock, you're not going to get Barnabas X to appear. So you don't want to kill the dock. But I think if you don't kill the dock, you don't get the doctor entry into your bestiary. I could be wrong on some of that. Someone can correct me in the comments section. Bestiary did not exist in the Super NES version. And you can see I'm going to just kind of save some of my magic. This battle's not super tough. Nice hit, Kane. What I should do is protect. Yep, that reduced the damage we took. Ouch, stop hitting Cecil. Oh, Barnabas is down. Did we? We did not learn bio yet, did we? Yeah, I usually have bio at this time. Dang, that was a huge attack. We'll wait until, My baby, you've left me no choice. I'll control him myself. And there's Barnabas. Oh, it's not Barnabas X, it's Barnabas C. Whatever. Let's summon something on this thing. Ouch. Don't hurt Kane. That was nice damage. Kane hasn't jumped yet. Come on, Rosa, cure him. Yes! I don't want to use up a ton of magic yet. Oh, what's this button do? Self-destruct. And that's going to kill her. Yep, he self-destructs at the end, and that can get kind of annoying. Rydia also didn't get experience from that battle because of that. How dare you face my true evil? And fortunately we'll have a little bit of time. No more games. He'll use sleeping gas as well. Come on, Kane, wake up. A physical attack doesn't make you wake up unless... I guess not. Okay. Transform! And there's the Dr. Lugay's true form. Could be Dr. Lugie as well. Every time you attack him, he'll counterattack with sleeping gas. And there's some poison gas. Alright, let's not hold back with our summons. Because we need something to deal damage to him. I would be using Bio right now if I had that, because Bio will do about 1,000 damage, roughly, and that's at 20 MP a shot instead of 40 that, I needed her alive. Come on. Let's get Yang back up. I'd like her to gain some experience from this battle. Flamethrower, I have a feeling that's just not going to... Oh, that didn't do much at all. Yeah, this guy's not really tough in this game. The fact that Kane's still sleeping, not favorable. I don't believe he has any real elemental weakness. Well, that was nice. I don't know why, but he'll just, like, cure all the... Oh, no. Beam isn't bad. It'll deal 10% of whatever your maximum health is. Rydia, you're almost out of magic. But Laser is usually the bad one that'll deal like 4 digits. Not sure why Yang was super resistant to that. Okay, whatever. We won. Even if Kane's in the air at the end of the battle, he does gain experience. And we got his key. And Rydia gained a level. You're too late. The Tower of Babel connects the underworld and the overworld, and Rubicante has already taken all the crystals to the surface. The dwarves will be annihilated with my cannons. Victory is mine. Mwahaha. And he's dead. Not sure how we can have victory after dying, but whatever. The dwarves are in danger. We've got to stop the cannons. What are we waiting for? Let's go! So, remember that... there's nothing up here. It looks neat, but nothing up here. Remember that room I said we couldn't do anything with? Because it was locked and you had to take my word for it? That's where we gotta go. Yes, yes, alert. Maybe something. Oh, a stone golem. That's nice. Rydia, your best bet is... What could you stop? Your best bet is to defend. Ouch. Oh, back to our discussion. Yes, coming in at number 14, and this one shouldn't surprise anyone, is Final Fantasy X-2, sequel to Final Fantasy X. It has a job system, which they call the Dress Sphere system, but basically it works by you changing jobs in the middle of a battle, and the battles are all active time battles, kind of like this game is. So it's not like Final Fantasy X, which was turn-based. It was turn-based. Maybe I could tolerate it a bit better, but since it's not... Oh, there's a Medusa. I'm gonna fight this. Oh gosh. Rosa. And that's gradual petrification. Switch Rose. Stop all of this nonsense. Rosa, get cured. Now, when someone's low on health and they go for a physical attack, if Cecil isn't low on health, thank you for demonstrating, Cecil. He will jump in and save them. Stone Golem's down. Let's kill off this Medusa thing. That is what a true paladin does. Okay. So Final Fantasy X-2, yeah, the Dress Sphere system, I couldn't stand it. And it just seemed like there was so much menu flipping in the battles themselves that it was just too much to try and do under active time battle, because you're trying to do it quickly because enemies are, you know, attacking you and stuff. And then you have like sometimes you can't even go right into the dress sphere that you want to. You have to go into another dress sphere first and then go into the one that you really want to. And it's just so much. You spend too much time playing dress up during battles. Also wasn't a fan of the overworld system, if you want to call it that. You get the airship like really early into the game, and you can go anywhere in the world, sort of. Most places will mercilessly slaughter you early on. These things are weak to ice. And they'll counter with stone. Verdia, yeah, we can do that. And so anyways, you get the world map, which is just a list. They give you a list of places you can go. I want to say it's around 16, but it might be as few as 12, and it could be as high as 20. I think it's around 16. And you just pick from the list where you want to go. You know, you don't get like the airship in this game where you can just travel around and travel the world and stuff freely and explore and find these places on your own. No, you just pick from a list and you're there. So yeah, very much did not enjoy that game. Now, some other games that are not on this list, actually we're going to have a cutscene here. So we'll pick this up before I get into the final game on this list. Ha! Killing dwarves is fun. You cowards. You? How did you get in here? Kill them. Don't worry, these guys are not threatening at all. These are the goblin captains that we haven't seen yet. They'll still die in one hit. Yeah, they've got, I want to say like 460 health. Nope, they don't even have that much. It's like 250 or something. It's pretty low. And look at that experience. 1158 for 3 of them. Pretty good. Destroy the controls. Nothing can stop the cannons now. That's a problem. Kane, this is a PG channel. Yang, what are you doing? Leave this to me. Go. Get out of here. Yang, you're a monk. You know almost nothing about technology. No. It's gonna explode. Go now. Hiya. That was rude, and he locked the door. Cecil, everyone, I thank you. Open the door. Yang, please don't do this. Tell my wife I will always be with her. Yang, farewell. Yang. And Yang's gone. We are sad. We can still get into random battles on sad music. Thank you for the demonstration. Now there's only 4 of us. Alright, so some other games I wanted to mention before getting to the last game on the list. There's some games that I have not mentioned and will not include on this list because they're games that I have not even played, so I don't think it would be fair to put them on the list. Now, no, Blaze! Okay, well maybe that wasn't the worst thing ever. And Cain is gaining a level. It's not the worst thing ever either. Oh, Rose is low on health. So, Final Fantasy XIII and its sequels 13-2 and Lightning Returns. Anytime that I've seen gameplay footage of them, seen reviews, nothing just gets me excited to play these games. I've watched people play them, I've played them myself, or well, I haven't played them myself, that's why they're not on the list. I've watched people play them, I've watched reviews, I've watched trailers. Anytime that I feel like, oh, look, it's on sale, it's $9.99, still not excited, interested in even trying to pick it up. You know, it's an active time battle system, kind of like this, but the graphics just look very... Do I need magic? How is my magic doing? We're doing okay, but we're going to save it. It just looks like the... I watch people play it and I'm like, oh wow, this battle looks interesting to watch. It's very graphically appealing. But that's kind of where the problem lies, because I look down at the menu and I'm like, oh my gosh, 2 of your guys are on low health and I didn't even realize it. And if I focus on the menus and what's going on that aspect, then I miss all of the, you know, graphical goodness that's going on up top. And it just feels like that's kind of a disservice to the game. I don't know, it's... Nothing just screams appealing to me. I don't know, maybe one day I'll try it. Possibly, maybe. I doubt it. When it's at $9.99 and I'm still not inclined to give it a try, it's not really a good sign. Cain's also broken the 4-digit mark for max HP, by the way. So that's a nice thing. And fortunately, Cain and Cecil can still one-shot these guys. Oh, we got a high potion. That's nice, too. So yeah, I wasn't going to include them anywhere on the ranking list. I don't know what I'm doing. Also, Final Fantasy XI and Final Fantasy XIV. These are both MMOs, and I do not have an interest in playing MMOs. There's nothing wrong with MMOs. If that's your type of game, by all means. It's just, I don't like the MMO style of gameplay. And if Rydia's not going to cast Blizzara, well, Cain will swoop in and take the kill. Rosa gained a level. Hooray! So yeah, I'm not going to include either of those games on this either. You never cease to amuse me. Golbaz. When the cat is away, the mice will play. The game ends now. Well, that's not good. There's lava beneath us. Run away. And we're falling, and fortunately Cid is back with the airship just in time. Whoa, it doesn't get any closer than that. Cid! Where's Yang? No, I'm not going to try and mimic that. That won't be... that won't end well. We've lost another good man. And who is she? Rydia. She's a summoner from Mist. Sid. Those dotards are still on me. That's better. Can we lose them? I don't know. They've definitely upgraded the Red Wings. They're catching up. Come on, baby, you can do it. The engine's not gonna last. Cecil, take over. Sid, where are you going? Once she flies out of here to the surface, I'm gonna seal the entrance with this bomb. That doesn't sound safe. Wait. Oh yeah. Head on back to Baron afterwards and talk to my men. Sid. Cecil, take care of Rosa. Treat her well. No, there has to be another way. Sid, please don't. Hey, that's Uncle Sid to you. Remember, head for Baron immediately. And yeah, Sid just jumps out of the airship, because this... I don't know why, this is what I call going out with a bang. Ha ha ha. I don't know why he had to jump out of the ship to use the bomb. He couldn't just, I don't know, maybe it wasn't a grenade style thing. And we are sealed off from going into the underground again. And we don't have magma rock. Sid, why? Everyone chooses death too quickly. Let's head to Baron. Well, let's head to Baron in the next part. And I'll also reveal my pick for the worst Final Fantasy game, in my opinion.